Hey guys, welcome back to the Harvey Homestead. For those of you who've never been here, I'm Lisa, and hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy our content. For those of you who've come back, that's great. Let me know in the comments below what you like. Today I'm going to talk about what I've learned in the last year and a half to 2 years breeding and housing rabbits, and then we'll go check out a couple litters that I have right now. So the biggest thing I learned was last winter, and that, I don't know, I guess naively I thought that the mother rabbit stayed with her nest. It's when she literally builds a nest and has her babies or kits in the nest. And I mean, not that I picture her sitting on them like a chicken, but I just thought she would stay in there. Well, not exactly. Or at the very least, she goes in and out enough that she doesn't keep the nest warm with her body heat. And so when it's winter, and for us, we can have, below minus 20 degrees Celsius for weeks, all the way down to minus 30. They freeze, and it's no fun for anyone. Now, for the record, I won't breed between November and March. Number two. I can never remember what I'm going to say. Number two. They're also They're also susceptible to heat. I lost 2 litters during the summer. However, that might have been a disease because it was very fast and it went through all of them. This year I plan on having frozen water bottles handy, and when it's around 30 degrees Celsius, and it's going to stay that way for a few days, I'll give them the frozen water bottle, to keep cool. Number 3, older does and bucks have smaller litters. Okay, maybe that's obvious for most people. I don't know. I always heard the saying, reproducing like rabbits. Well, once they get to a certain age, they don't have a ton of babies. So, in fact, the last 2 litters I had, each doe only had 2. But they're all different colors, so I'm probably going to keep some of them to replace them as my breeding stock. And for a 4th point, I'll just say that some years are probably just going to be worse than others. In 2021, I had 0 successful litters. I did not raise a single rabbit to the point where it was butcher size. 3 reasons. Starting with the winter, I didn't realize that the mother wouldn't keep the babies warm, so we lost litters. I lost 2 whole litters when we had a heat wave, but I'm not sure if it was just the heat. They were weaning at the same time, or they caught something. Honestly, I don't know, because they just kind of, I went in and every time I went in, there was another 1 or 2 of them just kind of sitting up but wobbling. So, we lost those 2 litters, and then I had a fall litter, but the stall, my cage that I have it in, I wasn't 100% cat proof. The cat couldn't get in the cage, but it could reach its paw in, and it dragged them all out, and they were gone. So, you live and you learn. Obviously, breeding rabbits and having them die before I can butcher them is not my intention. So if you can learn from the mistakes I've made, I certainly have, and hopefully I won't have too many more lessons to learn with rabbits. Alright, I'm going to take you in the barn, and we're going to check out the 2 litters that we do have. So this is where we keep our rabbits. This used to just be one big open pen. We actually had pigs in here, just the leaner pigs. And the hutches that the rabbits came with, they were just so old, they just started to fall apart. So what I did was I literally just took scrap pieces of wood. Of course we have lots because of the sawmill that we own. And I just measured it out, divided it up evenly, and made lids. I wasn't going to make lids. Oh my god, this chicken is so loud. Look at this thing. This is an azure blue. She lays blue eggs. I don't know what she's complaining about, so I'm going to kick her out. still here outside the door. Anyways, it wasn't new beds. That's why I made it so high, because I didn't think the rabbits could jump out. I was wrong. At least one of them. It's funny. They're all different. Not all rabbits jump. In fact, I have one in an open cage there without a lid on, and she doesn't jump. But I have a couple jumpers, and I've got a couple that chew through the boards. But anyways, we use chicken wire, just staple it on, and that keeps them separated and safe. This female. Look at this gorgeous male. All white. All gray. So before you go, and before I forget, I wanted to talk about sexing rabbits. It is not easy. I watched a lot of videos, I looked at a lot of pictures. Basically the parts look pretty similar. And now they can't reproduce usually until about 4 to 6 months, so keeping them all together isn't a huge deal, but if you are going to sell them, and especially if people want them for pets, you know, they're going to want to know what the gender is. So I am going to post a link in the description of this video to a video that I thought was extremely helpful and that I've referenced, like gone back to more than once when I've thought I knew what I was looking for, came and checked the rabbits, and then realized, okay, I gotta look at this video again because, yeah, again, they're very similar. Like, I can understand why it is easy for people to missex them. I was correct in blueberries, so I think I've got it down. I've been helping some neighbors with their rabbits. So that being said, the 4 8-week-old bunnies that we have, the black one is a male, and I'm keeping him because I really like his coloring, and it's almost like he's got silver tip fur. And of course, I decided to name him Star-Lord because I'm a geek. And then the all gray one is staying. My daughter named her Luna. The white one with the black spots will be headed to freezer camp when she's old enough. And the all white one, we're keeping. She's a doe. I don't know what to name her. We can't decide. We already have our 2 white goats named Vanilla and Ice Cream. So honestly, we need you. Here's the all white doe we'd love to have your help in naming. For every comment, leave 1 name. And depending on how many names we'll get, we'll either do a draw or we'll, if you like a name, just repeat the name in your comment. So then maybe if, you know, there's one name that everyone really likes and there's a lot of comments on that same name, then we'll just go with that one. Anyways, we'll see how many names we get. So remember to tell your friends, so share the video. If you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome too. And give it a thumbs up. Isn't she adorable?